Hi everyone, this is a video of the build of a clay wattle and daub pizza oven. There are a couple of glitches during filming, but hopefully it should be clear what's happening. Concrete paving slabs on top of a metal frame provided the base for the build. On top of this was laid a layer of glass wall, a layer of fire bricks and a layer of wattle and daub clay finished off with slip. This was allowed to dry slowly for about a week until it was leather hard. I then covered it with a layer of paper. I then used damp sand wrapped in cling film to create the shape of the dome, with a thin layer of clay finished off with slip. Then a good inch of wattle and daub. I made my wattle and daub from slip, grass clippings and hay. It stops the clay from cracking as it shrinks and also provides some insulation. Over this layer of wattle and daub, I put another half-inch coil of clay around the whole thing to create a sandwich of clay, wattle and daub and clay. Finish off the whole thing with a layer of slip, scoring the joins between the clay to improve the joint. To create this tunnel entrance, I used the same method as I used to create the dome. Cling film over the entrance area and then shape the damp sand, wrapping it in cling film as you go. Then the clay, wattle and daub tunnel entrance is formed around this. It's recommended that the entrance tunnel height is 2/3 the height of the interior of the dome to allow circulation of the smoke and oxygen. We then add the chimney shoulder, which is made from a coil of clay, cut it to a size that allows for shrinkage, and then smooth and blend everything in with slip. Once the clay is dried enough for the shapes to support themselves, scoop the sand and the cling film out. At the dome entrance, cut the clay away and blend the edges into the wall of the tunnel. Everything should be allowed to dry very slowly over about a week. Once everything was dry, I built gradually larger fires until I got to a temperature hot enough to cook a pizza. To insulate the oven, I used a layer of glass wool, wire mesh and waterproof render mixed with perlite. And then finish everything with a layer of fine sand render to create a very smooth finish. The render should be allowed to set very slowly under a plastic sheet and then, once dry, painted with a thin layer of epoxy for complete weatherproofing. There are lots of videos online for lighting a fire in a pizza oven. The temperature should be about 400 or 500 degrees in the roof of the dome. This was our first pizza, a bit burnt on the edges but very tasty. I've been using kiln tiles inside the oven for cleaning. I made my dome 300mm on the inside with a 200mm high entrance chamber. I think it would have been better at 400mm with the tunnel some 260mm high.